The after parties were legendary.
What goes on in the after party stays in the after party.
We get home, Sundays were like a blur.
Now at 11, or of course, about 20 minutes past 11, 50 years of Saturday Night Live. The anniversary specials in the books. Now the after parties begin, and we're going to show you an inside look like no one else can. Plus,
it's pretty amazing.
Thank you for the humor and the creativity, getting us through a lot of good or bad times.
New York honors SNL. How fans watch tonight's hilarious tribute.
and we do have a high wind warning. You can see there the SNL 50 flags whipping on the rink. Now comes a big drop in temperatures. We'll start there. We thank you for staying up with us. Good evening. I'm David Usher.
I'm Natalie Pasquarello. Rana Novini is off tonight. A good night, though, to stay inside because of today's washout. Now some intense wind ahead.
Yeah, the wind's so intense. Right now, all upper levels of the Verrazano closed in Brooklyn. Officials say to consider alternate routes.
The wind causing delays at our major airports as well. Right now, all of our major airports seeing inbound delays of more than 3 hours. Let's get right on over to Storm Team 4's Matt Brickman with our first forecast. Hey, Matt.
Hey, Nat. This is going to continue to be a problem through the morning and for most of the day tomorrow. We had the freezing rain early this morning through the Hudson Valley and the strong winds this afternoon and evening and then into the day tomorrow. Power outages also a big concern through the Hudson Valley. Look at just some of the winds from tonight. 60 to 70 miles an hour down the Jersey Shore, 40 to 60 miles an hour around the metro. JFK peaking at 62 miles an hour. And I think we're going to be seeing those strong winds at least through the morning. There is that high wind warning for those yellow shaded counties across New Jersey, a wind advisory for gusts to 50 miles an hour. So a little bit of a step down in intensity for the 5 boroughs and out through Long Island and Connecticut. But it is driving colder temperatures after seeing 50s and 60s in parts of New Jersey today. Tomorrow, it's 20s and 30s, and then even colder on Tuesday, where wind chills get down into the single digits. Slowly calming things down on Wednesday before a chance of snow, maybe a lot of it later this week. We'll have the details in your 10-day forecast coming up. Back to you.
Okay, Matt, thanks. We'll see you soon. Well, you just watched it right here. Television history, the largest cast reunion ever.
All of it celebrating 50 years of Saturday Night Live right here at 30 Rock. 50 years shining on the side of our building here, the Empire State Building, also lit in the rainbow colors of the NBC Peacock. And now the celebrities are heading to the after party.
Yeah, that's where it's at. But News 4's Gus Rosendale live for us right outside with a look back at it all. Just spectacular, Gus.
Well, David and Natalie, you know, I've covered a lot of red carpets over the years, but I've never seen celebrity power like this. Impressive, even by New York standards. So many big names gathering here at Rockefeller Center, upstairs at Rockefeller Center, to mark a major milestone in American broadcasting and comedy.
Technically, it was black, but the carpet welcoming VIPs to 30 Rockefeller Center sizzling red hot with members of the SNL Alumni Association.
When did you know you had a hit?
Oh, I don't remember. It was a long time ago.
I always think of Jiminy Glick when I'm at these things.
I know.
It's horrible. What would Jiminy Glick be asking people on the Saturday Night Live red carpet?
What does the SNL stand for? Because I never got the memo.
What's it like being part of this very unique alumni association?
The best. Can't believe it. I remember being a kid watching the show.
Hollywood stars, current and former cast members, hosts from over the years, and musical guests that shared the stage between the laughs.
All I knew is that I wanted to see sketch comedy as long as possible, and my wish came true.
You do have to learn how to look at cards and hopefully, but also connect to the other performers.
Grateful. Gratitude. It's just sweet to be part of it all.
A 3-hour special broadcast live from Studio 8H, Saturday Night Live's home for 50 years.
When you join the cast, feel part of something historical, or does that come with time?
Yes. No. Right off the bat, before I joined the cast.
Yeah. When did you know you really made it?
I guess the copy machine guy was like, because everybody, I wasn't famous and then I was famous.
This is a staple of America. This is a staple of this country.
And some of the stars we heard from talked about the tradition of Saturday Night Live, how it has created so many comedic careers, perhaps more than any other institution in this country, and how it stands ready to continue to do that in the years ahead. Live in Midtown, I'm Gus Rosendale, News 4 New York.
Gus, our resident A-lister, thank you for that coverage there. It is a staple of America. While many of us watched tonight's historic show at home, fans did gather across the city to share some laughs. Let's get out to News 4's Brittany Miller, who's in Midtown with some of the New Yorkers celebrating the 50th. Brittany.
So as we know, that SNL special just wrapped up. While some fans went to a watch party, others lined up right here along 50th. Go ahead and take a look at this crowd right now. You can really feel the excitement, and at some points you can hear the cheers. Dozens have their phones out, as you can see, hoping and praying to see one of their favorite celebrities come on out of 30 Rock pretty soon. Many people I talked to say this was one show they just couldn't miss. While the SNL star-studded event went on live inside 30 Rock, these fans watched the anniversary special at a local bar.
Just really excited to be watching SNL 50.
It's just kind of iconic, I feel like, so I grew up watching it.
I remember being on my family's living room carpet, watching it with my parents, all of the skits that they watched growing up.
Those family traditions kept alive tonight as they tuned in with anticipation.
I would love to see Amy Poehler come back in and Kristen Wiig and kind of watch the two of them, or Tina Fey. I think would be awesome.
But hours before the 50th anniversary special began, fans lined up outside in the cold and in the rain. Any celebrity sightings you're hoping for?
Yes, Adam Sandler.
Tina Fey, Amy Poehler.
For these two, it was about reliving those unforgettable moments. They were just teenagers when SNL debuted.
It was such a huge thing to stay up and watch that, and the fact that it's still going on. And we're not 15 anymore. It's pretty amazing.
Thank you for the humor, the creativity, getting us through a lot of good or bad times.
Great. Thank you for the years of joy.
All right, we have to give you one more live look at this amazing crowd. We don't know who we're going to see next, but when I did talk to fans earlier today, they say Saturday Night Live is more than just a sketch comedy show. It's an institution. It's a tradition. It's a pinnacle of pop culture, 50 years in the making. We're live in Midtown. Brittany Miller, News 4 New York.
It really is, Brittany. Thank you. And it's amazing we're here to be so close to it. And I thought they did a great job of weaving just about everyone, both in front of and behind the camera, into tonight's show.
So many skits that you forget about that now it's wow, just legends up there. My favorite was Coffee Talk.
Coffee Talk. It was good.
I like
Mike
that one.
Myers coming back. Okay, our coverage of SNL doesn't stop here. We've got a lot of content online with the history of the show, some key moments of the last 50 years, how the cast is celebrating the milestone. You can go right to NBCNewYork.com/SNL or search SNL in the NBC4 New York app.
We do have more news to get to tonight. Actually, breaking news involving New York City Mayor Adams' administration. Two sources familiar with the matter have told News 4 that at least 3 deputy mayors told Mayor Adams that they intend to resign. We have Charles Watson joining us with the latest now live on today's events involving the mayor. Charles.
Well, Natalie, sources close to City Hall tell News 4 Mayor Adams met earlier today at Gracie Mansion with several deputy mayors to ask them to postpone any plans to announce their resignations. At least 3 deputy mayors told Adams on Friday of their intention to step down in March because they do not think they can fulfill their oath to serve the city based on his criminal charges being set aside. Now, the mayor's press secretary says at this point, no one has submitted a resignation. This comes as Mayor Adams himself faces calls to resign.
Can I talk about when they invited me and they told me to step down? And I said I'm going to step up because Jesus said, "Ever you rise."
Mayor Adams remaining defiant today at a black church in Queens, vowing before a room full of congregants that he will not resign as calls for him to step down grow louder. Across from City Hall, protesters calling on Governor Hochul to remove the mayor, making it clear they won't stand with a leader who's willing to put his freedom above others. This following a meeting last week between Adams and border czar Tom Homan, where the two agreed to work together on the Trump administration's crackdown of illegal immigration, which includes providing ICE agents access to Rikers Island.
This city is made of immigrants. That's who keeps this place running. And we're here to say that we're not going to stand for this.
The mayor's agreement to work with the White House on immigration enforcement comes as the former prosecutor in charge of Adams' federal corruption case resigned from the SDNY, alleging in a letter that Adams offered to help the Trump administration if the DOJ dropped charges against him. And despite prosecutors moving to dismiss the charges, both Adams and Homan deny the existence of a quid pro quo.
No, I think that's ridiculous. Me and Mayor Adams met a couple months ago. I think it was probably 8-9 weeks ago we met and we had the same discussion. And we talked about getting a presence in Rikers Island.
Outside of church service today, Adams shrugged off questions about a potential resignation, the mayor instead leaning into the idea of a second term.
I am looking so forward to running for re-election and to doing what I have been done, moving the city forward. All those other conversations, that's up to them to have.
Yeah, so Governor Hochul calling the allegations against Mayor Adams extremely concerning, but as of now, she remains silent on if she'll use her authority to remove Adams from office. We're live in the newsroom. Charles Watson, News 4 New York.
All right, Charles, thank you for walking through tonight's developments. Tonight, the FDNY is trying to find the cause of a house fire that killed 3 members of a family early this morning in Bayside. Neighbors and police say a 90-year-old mother and her 2 adult children in their 50s who lived at the home were lost in this. The family lived there for 50 years, according to those neighbors, and the flames started about 2:30 in the morning.
We heard the racket outside, and we initially thought, what is the garbage coming around at this hour of the night? And I came up and looked out, and I saw a fire department, so I went out the front door and came back to my husband and said that the house was on fire.
The smoke was intense, black smoke.
Firefighters think the flames started in the basement and then spread through the first and second floors. Neighbors say the adult son was a caretaker for both his mother and his sister, who was physically disabled. They believe the mother had dementia.
Well, Dave, also in Queens, a 17-year-old recovering in the hospital tonight after getting shot. Police say happened inside this gas station near 41st Avenue and Crescent Street in Hunters Point. We understand the teen was shot in the stomach. It is not clear who police are looking for at this hour or what led up to the shooting.
And in Brooklyn, police tonight are looking for whoever shot and killed a 31-year-old man at a lounge. Officers got called to the Socialites Lounge and Bar on Atlantic Avenue just after 3 in the morning. And that's where Jordan Amador was hit in the chest. He was pronounced dead at the hospital. Investigators have not said who they might be looking for or what led up to the killing.
A lot ahead still tonight. An Ebola scare at a local urgent care. The diagnosis that had some doctors on alert, but then things took a different turn.
And pop superstar Shakira hospitalized, tour dates postponed. The latest on how she's doing. Plus.
And the whole staff was like, what? Why is this so late? We were kind of sworn to secrecy.
Yeah, the champagne will be flowing pretty soon, I'm sure. The SNL after party's getting underway right now. Inside, the mystery and intrigue.
Oh, and look at this. Tracy Morgan. Big dog gonna make some big money.
She likes to kick, stretch, and kick.
It's official. I can't have children. But I told you that once, Jimmy.
Yeah, did you? Yeah.
When big stories happen, we want to keep you safe and informed.
Whether it's breaking news, stories about your wallet, your neighborhood, News 4 New York is ready.
And now David Ushery is here at 6.
David, Janice, Bruce, and me, we're here for you.
And we hope you'll join us.
Dear all-wheel drive, let's show the road what we've got. Snowy streets, we're coming for you. Icy grip, we're holding tight. Wintry mix, meh. Safety's the name of our game. Yours, Toyota all-wheel drive sedans.
Get President's Day savings all month long. Lease Corolla Hybrid with available all-wheel drive for $259 a month, or lease the all-hybrid Camry for just $299 a month. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Scout left, wide drag, can 52, on 1. Ready?
Ready.
Seriously, you guys are the best.
We sure are.
At the health system stuff.
Not the best football team, but the best health system. Oh boy. #1 for quality care in the U.S.
Jersey's problem? A crazy expensive. Are you kidding me? Who can afford this problem? Well, Josh Gottheimer's a proven problem solver, and he's running for governor with plans to cut property taxes 15%, tax credits for renters, and lower taxes for seniors.
Jersey's unaffordable, and there are plenty of naysayers and doubters who will tell you it can't be fixed. They've given up. I haven't. I'm going to cut your taxes and solve this problem.
Josh Gottheimer. Lower taxes, lower costs for Jersey.
Today was amazing. Today was amazing.
Today was amazing.
But my favorite part was being with you.
Power up, America. The Ford President's Day sales event is here. Save on the vehicles that will take you places, give you a surge of productivity, and a new sense of freedom. So head to your local Ford store, because it's time to get in the driver's seat. A special offer for Jeep and GM owners. Lease a Ford Explorer for $259 a month for 24 months. Only at your local Ford stores.
Well, what started out today as an Ebola scare in Harlem turned out to be a false alarm. According to city health officials, 2 patients showed up at a city MD on 125th Street late this morning. Now, it's not clear exactly why, but workers at the clinic apparently thought the patients might have contracted the deadly virus. Everybody suited up in special protective equipment. 1 patient was taken to Bellevue. The health department confirmed tonight that nobody has Ebola. The spokesperson also refuted reports that the patients had the norovirus, but did not say what illness, if any, they actually had.
Colombian pop star Shakira is in the hospital tonight as she was set to perform in Peru today. The singer wrote on X that she is postponing her scheduled concert after being rushed to the emergency room for abdominal pain. Doctors advised her not to go on stage. Shakira did not offer any further details on her condition. She said she and her team are already working on scheduling a new concert date.
Just as tax season is in full swing, thousands of federal workers at the IRS are expected to be in the next round of layoffs. That's confirmed by NBC News from 2 sources familiar with the agency's plans. Now, it comes as the Trump administration intensifies sweeping efforts to shrink the size of the federal workforce by ordering agencies to lay off nearly all probationary employees who had not yet gained civil service protection. The IRS cuts could happen as soon as next week.
The Trump administration's mass layoffs are fueling an unemployment spike in the D.C. area. According to the U.S. Labor Department, nearly 4,000 workers have now filed for unemployment insurance in the Washington, D.C. area in the 4 weeks since Mr. Trump began his second term. And nearly 7,000 claims have been filed since the start of 2025 overall. At the same time, officials say the nation's unemployment rate outside the D.C. area has remained pretty much unchanged.
Meantime, President Trump spent part of his Sunday at the Daytona 500, not in the stands, but as you see on the track. The folks who run the Daytona International Speedway allowed him to take a couple of laps in his presidential limousine. The race itself was interrupted by a couple of lengthy rain delays, though. Now, by the time it finally resumed for real, the president had already headed home to Mar-a-Lago.
Still ahead, the message coming from accused CEO killer Luigi Mangione to his supporters tonight.
Plus, caught on video, a cargo ship runs aground. Almost 24 people had to be rescued. Now the investigation to what went wrong.
And a rare sighting in the East River. Dolphins, where along the river they were spotted.
Hey man, came all this way, had to explain. Direct from Domingo. Word to the wise, if you got Hawaii, hide them from a tree road.
Somebody talking about coffee?
Yes, Cher, you have a question.
No, I don't. I got a lot of answers.
With the all-new NBC4 New York app, you can customize everything. For me, I love the rain and snow alert. So if you see this, probably a good idea to take the dog out now. Be prepared no matter where you are. Download the all-new NBC4 New York app now.
The Outsiders is the Tony Award winner for Best Musical. Critics have called it more pulse-pounding than anything on Broadway, and the best new musical of the season. The Outsiders, on Broadway. Get tickets today.
Laminate floors can take a beating and still look great. Now at National Floors Direct, you can get an entire room of laminate flooring installed the next day for just $555 and no interest for 1 year. Call 888-400-FLOOR. We'll bring the store to your door.
Kids won't always be this carefree, but your choices now can protect them from cancer later. The HPV vaccine can protect them from certain cancers and other diseases caused by HPV. Children should be vaccinated starting at age 9 or as soon as possible if they are older. Get the vaccine today and worry less about cancer tomorrow. The HPV vaccine is cancer prevention. Talk to your child's healthcare provider or visit health.ny.gov/HPV@9.
I bought the team!
Kevin?
I bought the team! I'll put it on my Chase Freedom Unlimited card. And I'm a cash back on a few other things, too. Starting with the sound system.
Gary from deep.
That's cash!
further old intros. This is way better. I don't think so.
Steph, one more thing. The team owner gets 5 minutes a game.
All right, let's go then.
Cash Brothers. Dad! Cash back like a pro. With Chase Freedom Unlimited, how do you cash back? Chase, make more of what's yours.
At Northwell's Cardiovascular Institute, we don't know the meaning of untreatable or too complex. Call us determined. Stubborn, maybe. But from the city to the suburbs to the sand. As the most experienced cardiac team in the tri-state area, with the nation's highest cardiac success rates, we face what others call untreatable and say, not today. Northwell. Raise health.
When our clean, shiny truck arrives at your house, it's a sign of a new beginning. 1-800-GOT-JUNK is full-service junk removal. When your home feels clean and happy, the people inside feel clean and happy too. We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point.
Denzel Washington and Jake Gyllenhaal return to Broadway in Shakespeare's tale of deception, betrayal, and vengeance. Othello begins February 24th. Get your tickets today.
Take a look at this dramatic helicopter rescue of a cargo ship in Canada. Officials say all 20 crew members aboard the MSC Baltic III were rescued after the ship lost power off the coast of Newfoundland. The Coast Guard says weather and sea conditions were unfavorable and the ship was unable to secure an anchor.
Well, tonight, emergency crews racing to rescue people trapped in just devastating flooding out of Kentucky. At least 8 people now confirmed dead, including a mother and her 7-year-old child. Their car was swept away. A hospital and a nursing home have been evacuated. There's also been a levee failure across the border in Tennessee, and the power is out to hundreds of thousands across the region. President Trump approved an emergency disaster declaration for Kentucky. Of course, our thoughts with everybody in that region, Matt. Yeah.
And this is part of the same system that brought us the heavy rain, the thunderstorms, the freezing rain earlier this morning. And now that it's moving out, we're going to see colder air and some very powerful winds. Already seeing some of that tonight. You're seeing the change out west. Today was warm by February standards. We saw highs in the 50s, even 60s across the tri-state. Now you look west, it's 30s and 20s and even snow coming in off the lake with those strong northwest winds, and the drop in temperatures apparent out western New York, western Pennsylvania, 10 to 20 degrees colder in the last 24 hours. That's the sort of change that's coming our way tonight as these winds begin to pick up. Already 20 to 30 miles an hour. Let's look closer to home, and you're seeing those gusts 40 to 50 miles an hour already. This is something that's impacting airport times right now and will continue to through the morning tomorrow. I've got a flight tomorrow. I'm pretty sure that's going to be delayed because of what we're seeing here. 45 miles an hour in Newark, 47 miles an hour in Islip, and I think these probably peak between about 7 a.m. and 10 a.m. tomorrow. So there's a wind advisory for the city through the Hudson Valley, out through Connecticut and Long Island. Gusts to 50 miles an hour here. Even stronger out west, where we could see winds gusting over 60 miles an hour. In fact, we have already tonight seen 60 to 70 mile an hour winds down the Jersey Shore. This is what it looks like through the day tomorrow. You can again see those strongest winds early. There's 9 a.m. Gusts to 46 in the city, but staying strong, 35 to 45 miles an hour all day long. And I want to highlight the change in temperatures that's going to come with it. This is what we saw for our highs today. And yes, there are those 60s down the Jersey Shore. We peaked at 47 here in the city, 50s out through Long Island. Tomorrow, there's the drop. 20 to 30 degrees colder behind that cold front. And with the wind, it's not even going to feel this warm. We'll wake up to wind chills in the teens. At best, it feels like the 20s. And then Tuesday morning, down into the single digits, if not sub-zero wind chills off to the north and west. So that's the cold air coming in. Winds stay breezy, but they're not as bad on Tuesday. Wednesday is kind of our day off, day to catch your breath. We start below freezing, but winds aren't terrible. And then we're watching this storm. Now, we've been watching this for about a week, to be honest with you, and the track becoming a little bit more clear. There's kind of a sweet spot here out over the Atlantic, 40 degrees north, 70 degrees west latitude, and if that low pressure system sets up over there, that's the sweet spot for heavy snow for New York City. The track of this storm is farther south and east, so plenty of cold air, but not enough moisture for big snow along the coastline. So it's looking like lighter snow, maybe no snow at all for parts of the tri-state on Thursday. Still time for things to change, but we'll be watching that closely. And then better news after that, temperatures warming up nicely as we move through the end of the month with highs back in the 40s. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Matt, thanks. And the weather didn't mess this up. In Lower Manhattan this afternoon, the lion and the snake came prepared for the wet weather out there. Umbrellas dominated the landscape today at the 27th Chinatown Lunar New Year Parade and Festival. The rain didn't stop people from coming out, you see, and celebrating. They had their ponchos on, their umbrellas. This year, of course, is the year of the snake. So people born in the year of the snake are said to be intelligent, resilient, determined, resourceful, and self-reliant. So, of course, a little bit of rain, not an issue.
Rare sight to tell you about. 2 dolphins spotted swimming in the East River on Friday and Saturday. They were seen in the area of 96th Street. Experts say these short-beaked dolphins are present in our area all year round, but they generally live offshore.
Want to warm things up a bit with Bruce Beck live in Port St. Lucie with a look at the Mets spring training. Hey, Bruce.
Hey, Natalie, strike up the band. Juan Soto has taken Mets camp by storm, and the entire baseball world is watching. Coming up in sports, the $765 million man gets treated like Elvis in Port St. Lucie. We'll get a good look at him in the batting cage, and we'll hear from him at the podium. We're back in a moment, live from spring training.
Your mornings are fast. That's why Today in New York is moving even faster to get you ahead of the day.
We're bringing you big stories from overnight.
Shop before is a view of breaking news. Be prepped and ready with your all-local team. Today in New York.
Closed captioning provided by Toyota. Let's go places.
With so many games on Hard Rock Bet, you can win from almost anywhere. Like here or here.
Yes. Don't go. Your good luck.
Or here.
Blackjack! Never doubt the lucky seat. Respect the seat, Lewis!
Casino games for every kind of player. Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us.
Lucky seat strikes again!
Join, discover, want to serve with a purpose, take the test.
If you're thinking about joining the Department of Correction, join.
I truly believe that I should have made this decision 10 years ago.
I wanted to do something that was both challenging and rewarding. If I can make a difference in somebody's life, then I think I've done my part.
It's high paying, it's a career, not a job, and I serve with a purpose.
Scan the QR code now. Registration ends next week.
Do it.
Welcome to the Nissan Now sales event. Get President's Day savings on the all-new Kicks, the all-new Murano, or our best-selling Rogue, a consumer guide Best Buy 11 years in a row.
So, when's the next adventure?
I think I just found it.
For the #1 shopping experience, according to J.D. Power, get to Nissan now. Now get a low $229 per month lease on Rogue, one of 6 Nissan vehicles with starting MSRP under $30,000.
At Spectrum, we believe every day unlocks unlimited possibilities to bring you closer to the people and places you love. Spectrum transforms your gaming experience into a galaxy of adventures. And with the fastest, most reliable internet, you're always front row to the entertainment you love, no matter where you are. Get Spectrum Internet Premier for $30 per month when bundled plus a 3-year price guarantee. Call 1-833-440-0029. Spectrum Internet puts streaming live TV, sports, and popular apps all at your fingertips.
The Spectrum Sports Desk is brought to you by Spectrum, a connection built for everywhere. That's life unlimited. That's Spectrum.
Bruce Beck up with us late in Port St. Lucie because there's a lot to talk about, Bruce.
David, the Juan Soto era is off and running. The superstar, armed with the largest contract in baseball history, arrived in Port St. Lucie, and it was a show from the very beginning. The waiting is over. Juan Soto is in camp. He made his entrance with bat in hand, with the media charting his every move, with the team welcoming him with open arms. So what are the Mets and their fans getting in this humble superstar?
They're going to get a player that's going to come to play hard every day. for 162 games, I'm going to give my 100% every day. It doesn't matter if I'm doing good or bad. I'm going to be out there every day, giving everything that I have.
After 1 year in the Bronx, the four-time All-Star has moved to Queens, and he couldn't be happier with his new address.
We have a great group of guys in here. I mean, on paper, we have a really good team. I'm really happy to be surrounded with those guys and to be part of this team. It looks amazing.
No more talk about contracts. After all, Soto is signed for 15 years, so New York will be his place of business and his permanent home.
To be sitting here and know that I'm gonna be here for a long time and be sitting in the same chair for a long time, so it's really exciting. Can't wait to see how it goes through by the years and how we can enjoy it and have fun with it. Because at the end of the day, it's gonna be my home. We're gonna do our best to bring the best to the Mets fans.
Soto propelled the Yankees to the Fall Classic last year. He won a World Series with the Nationals in 2019. But the man who is considered the best hitter in baseball is not complacent.
Really happy for the career I've been having so far, but really hungry for more. Really hungry for more. I want more. I want to keep winning. I want to keep feeling that the same way I've been feeling since day one.
Now to college hoops. Number 9 St. John's hosting number 24 Creighton at the world's most famous arena. And the Johnnies continue to roll, leading by 5 with under 5 minutes to play. R.J. Lewis hits the floater for 2 of his game-high 23 points. He also pulled down 14 rebounds. The Johnnies improved to 22-4 with a 79-73 victory. They have a 2-game lead in the Big East. Rutgers paid a visit to Oregon, and the Ducks caught fire from behind the arc, knocking down a season-high 13 trifectas. The Scarlet Knights dropped their 3rd straight game, 75-57, the final. Now to some basketball superstars. The NBA All-Star Game in San Francisco. Plenty of highlights in this one. It was a new format this year with the All-Star split into 3 different teams. And in the championship game, this half-court trifecta by Steph Curry helped Team Shaq defeat Team Chuck. Curry earned MVP honors on his home court. It was a more competitive game than in recent years. Let's talk about the great American race, the Daytona 500, which had to wait through a weather delay of nearly 3 hours, but still a spectacular finish. Tonight, the race finally finished, and after leader Denny Hamlin crashed on the backstretch of the final lap, William Byron negotiated the wreckage to take home the checkered flag at Daytona for the 2nd consecutive year. Coming up on Sports Final, it's our spring training roadshow. My guests include Carlos Mendoza, Brandon Nimmo, and Garrett Cole. We'll see you in a little while. David and Natalie, the action continues from Port St. Lucie. Pete Alonso is here tomorrow. There's news every day.
And you've got us covered, Bruce. Okay, we'll see you soon on Sports Final. Thank you. Still ahead, and SNL cast members hitting up the after parties right now.
Yeah, you know, it is the place to be in the city tonight. Up next, we're going inside the intrigue and the mystery of the SNL after party. From who plans them to some cast stories you might have never heard before.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda from the Kelley Blue Book Best Value brand. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry into your local Honda dealer today.
One family's legacy is about to crack wide open. From Brandon Jacobs Jenkins, the Tony-winning playwright of Appropriate, and directed by Felicia Rashad, a family drama with explosive knee-buckling intensity. Purpose. Broadway previews begin February 25th.
The revolution is here. Get ready to defy expectations with Optimum's 100% fiber internet network. The best, fastest, and most reliable internet. Blow through walls with our best whole home Wi-Fi coverage. Outsmart the bad guys with built-in security for greater safety online. And tap into the ultimate power for work, play, and gaming. This is the future of connectivity. Opt in to Optimum. Get fiber internet starting at $40 a month. Call 888-4OPTIMUM, visit Optimum.com or a store near you.
At National Florist Direct, we make it simple. We give you 3 rooms of carpet, next day installation, padding, everything for just $10.88 with no interest for a full year. Call National Florist Direct, 888-400-FLOOR. We'll bring the store to your door.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda from the Kelley Blue Book Best Value brand. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry into your local Honda dealer today.
We are back now with breaking news related to the Adams administration. Sources close to City Hall telling News 4 that Mayor Eric Adams met with several deputy mayors to ask them to postpone any plans to announce their resignations. At least 3 deputy mayors told Adams on Friday of their intention to step down in March because they do not think they can fulfill their oath to serve the city based on his criminal charges being set aside. And the mayor's press secretary says at this point, no one has submitted a resignation letter. And it comes as Mayor Adams himself is facing calls to step down.
Taking a live look outside here at 30 Rock, you can see the wind kicking up a bit. There are reports of power outages throughout our area and flight delays. Storm Team 4's Matt Brickman coming back in just a few moments with another update.
I was like a dog in a car looking at, look who's here, look who's here, look who's here.
The SNL 50 anniversary extravaganza is over. Now the after party is getting underway. Yeah, the champagne likely flowing right now for a lot of those cast members. For 50 years, there's been an aura of really mystery and intrigue surrounding SNL's legendary after parties.
Here's News 4 anchor Adam Cooperstein with a rare look inside from the people who attend the parties, host the parties, and plan them too.
50 years strong. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful night.
When the clock strikes 1 a.m. and SNL signs off, that's the cue for the show you don't see to begin.
The after parties were legendary.
What goes on in the after party stays in the after party.
We get home, Sundays were like a blur.
The lore of the SNL after party dates back to the original cast, with John Belushi and Gilda Radner letting loose with an eclectic mix of A-listers, building a reputation that anything could happen.
Belushi came over to me. This was my first after party. And Belushi comes over to me. He goes, Piscopo, come here. Like that. I'm a kid, man, you know? And I go over and he puts a quarter in the jukebox and Frank Sinatra's New York, New York comes up. And then he starts singing New York, New York. I'm doing dueling Frank Sinatra's with John Belushi at the after. So I'm spreading the news.
For every generation of SNL, the cast party is a rite of passage.
I don't know if I have any after party stories. I mean, I do, but none I could tell.
And just like the show, the celebs spotted at these exclusive parties are a reflection of who's who in the moment. But you won't see many pictures from inside. No cameras are allowed. With the exception being the 40th anniversary after party that was so epic, even cast members were starstruck.
Oh my God, Prince. That performance that broke out.
As I walked in, I see Paul McCartney on the stage.
And then Taylor Swift is in the crowd. She was like, give me a guitar. So we give her a guitar. We all sing I Saw Her Standing There. Yeah. Me, Taylor, Paul McCartney, and Aykroyd. Then she does Shake It Off. So me and Paul McCartney sing. I didn't know he knew Shake It Off. So I was like, shake it off, shake it off.
I was like a dog in a car looking at, look who's here, look who's here, look who's here.
Part of the mystique of the after party is the secrecy with which it comes together.
There's the after party, and then there's the after party. What time does that start? I can't even get into that.
Celebrity event producer Jeff Krause coordinates with SNL to book the after parties.
If you're an actor, musician, and you're in New York City while an SNL taping is going, you want to get into that party.
Have celebrities been denied from the SNL after party?
If they weren't invited, it happens.
The parties are always in Manhattan, but Krause says the location constantly changes to keep gate crashers on their toes, bouncing from hot spots like STK, The Grill, and Tao.
It was one of the greatest and my most favorite night in the restaurant industry.
That's saying something for Marissa May. She grew up surrounded by celebs, with her father running the Rainbow Room. In 2011, Lorne Michaels approached Marissa at her buzzy Italian restaurant, SD26.
He's like, I love your restaurants, you know, I'd love to host a party. And I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, this is one of the SNL after parties. This is like incredible. We did the party proposal and it said, you know, just an after party from 1 a.m. to 4 a.m. And the whole staff was like, what? Why is this so late? We were kind of sworn to secrecy.
Maybe the most surprising thing we learned about the cast party is that it's typically not an open bar.
Everyone thought that everything was bought and paid for. And everyone is ordering and ba-ba-da-ba. And then all of a sudden I get a bill and I'm like,
I thought the drinks were free. I was like a poor open micer, and I drank 8,000 Jack and Cokes, and they were like, that'll be $600.
Is the SNL after party as good as people think it is?
Oh, it's even better than that, than what people think. I think just to be in the same room with all these great celebrities and a cast that is just so full of life.
It's a lot of people that'll be cool to be like, oh my God, I touched so-and-so's shoulder. On the Ariana Grande show, Sarah and I knelt by Stevie Nicks, and we got to be blessed and hold her hands for a really long time.
In my early years, we went to a club with Christina Aguilera, and we danced with Christina Aguilera.
If you've heard any rumors about the SNL after parties, let me assure you they are all 100% true.
It was the best night of my life.
50 years in, the allure of the after party is as strong as ever. Don't believe TikTok? Just ask the iconic character Stefan.
New York's hottest club is
wherever SNL is having an after party. Adam Cooperstein, News 4 New York.
Can only imagine.
Exactly. Probably a lot of spin-off parties tonight as well, for sure. The red carpet tonight, I guess it was the black carpet, right? But the red carpet tonight for the SNL 50th anniversary was unlike any other. It was packed with stars and was just steps away from the Rock Center rink.
Our own Gus Rosendale was there talking to all the superstars.
Rockefeller Center, certainly a meeting place tonight for so many Hollywood, musical, and comedy greats. The carpet leading into 30 Rock packed tonight. We saw Hollywood stars, current and former cast members, also hosts from over the years, even musical guests that shared the stage with the laughter. They all headed upstairs to take part in a 3-hour special broadcast live from Studio 8H, Saturday Night Live's home for 50 years. What's it like being part of this very unique alumni association?
The best. Can't believe it. I remember being a kid watching the show.
When did you know you had a hit?
Oh, I don't remember. It was a long time ago.
All I knew is that I wanted to see sketch comedy as long as possible, and my wish came true.
When did you know you really made it?
I guess the copy machine guy was because everybody, I wasn't famous, and then I was famous.
I always think of Jiminy Glick when I'm at these things.
I know.
It's horrible. What would Jiminy Glick be asking people on the Saturday Night Live red carpet?
What does the SNL stand for? Because I never got the memo.
And so many stars we talked about what an honor it was the first time they were asked to be on SNL, and what an honor it was to be here for the 50th anniversary. In Midtown, I'm Gus Rosendale, News 4 New York.
Just epic.
Quite a night, quite a week. Still more ahead here tonight. Governor Hochul issuing a warning to drivers. The growing scam involving Easy Pass, the text she's alerting New Yorkers about tonight.
Plus, a nearly 40-year amusement park mystery solved. The update on a carousel figurine stolen back in 1985, how it was found.
And the winds ratcheting up tonight, and they're not going to settle down anytime soon. Wind advisories, high wind warnings through tomorrow afternoon. We'll let you know about the cold air that comes along with it and when snow's back in the forecast coming up.
Is wearing their spring uniform.
And he is throwing away. I am throwing away his shot.
They say time flies when you're having fun. Come inside. This is the real deal.
Frankly, it's kind of my dream job.
Thank you for watching.
Happy 15 years, New York Live.
New York Live, wherever you are, we're part of your day.
Today was amazing. Today was amazing.
Today was amazing.
But my favorite part was being with you.
I'm Mike Rowe, and this is the most honest commercial you're going to see all week.
Today, we're waterproofing a basement.
How long do you think this problem has been a problem?
Well, actually, the homeowner told us that she's lived here for 42 years, and when they first moved in, they had water issues.
Yeah.
That is like your telltale sign of like, hey, I'm having an issue, and that's when people should call.
Get a free and honest inspection with Groundworks. Foundation solutions crafted with pride.
Power up, America. The Ford President's Day sales event is here. Save on the vehicles that will take you places, give you a surge of productivity, and a new sense of freedom. So head to your local Ford store, because it's time to get in the driver's seat. A special offer for Jeep owners. Right now, you can lease a Ford Bronco for just $269 a month for 24 months, only at your local Ford stores.
It's time to dare to compare. President's Day edition. My Verona sofa versus the competition similar sofa. Both have power reclining seats and headrests, USB ports, and top grain leather. But only mine has Papa-Pedic memory foam, a drop-down table, and is $400 less than theirs. Plus, mine's got George Washington, and theirs has John Tyler?
That's the first time anyone said my name in 163 years.
See how much you can save when you dare to compare this President's Day at Bob's.
Defy expectations with Optimum Fiber. Get the best internet at our best price. Now starting at just $40 a month. Enjoy whole home Wi-Fi and equipment included. Experience faster speeds and get a 5-year price lock. Plus a $400 prepaid MasterCard on us. Take your work, play, and gaming to a higher level. This is the future of connectivity. Opt in to Optimum Fiber Internet starting at $40 a month. Call 8884-OPTIMUM, visit Optimum.com or a store near you.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Well, for the first time in months, Luigi Mangione, the suspect in the United Healthcare CEO shooting murder case, is talking. Mangione wrote a thank you post on a website that was set up by his defense, thanking everybody for their messages of support while he's in jail. He is the suspect in the ambush killing of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. The message is the first public comment since he shouted to reporters before a court appearance in Pennsylvania back in December. Mangione currently at the Metropolitan Detention Center pending trial. He has pleaded not guilty.
Now we have a warning about a new scam targeting EasyPass users, thieves using text messages to try to trick you into giving them money. The text looks official at first. It claims you have an unpaid toll balance and includes a link to make that payment. Officials warning you not to open any of the links. The fake text message normally comes from an international number.
In Connecticut, listen to this one. A nearly 40-year-old amusement park mystery has been solved. Quasi Amusement Park in Middlebury says it's now recovered the so-called Lake Quassapog sea monster. Yeah, somebody stole that carousel figurine back in 1985 and had been a fixture for decades. The hand-carved piece showed up after someone bought a warehouse full of circus and carnival items down in Florida. The owner said they had no idea about the theft. Now, that sea monster will be restored and returned to the park.
Still more ahead tonight, an unexpected visitor.
You could say that, police stumbling upon this little guy, the spot where this seal pup was found. Next.
News 4 New York is celebrating Black heritage.
Honoring those who broke barriers and those still working to make a difference.
We're recognizing what it took
to build a legacy of hope and equity. Celebrate with us a future of infinite possibilities.
Celebrating 30 breathtaking years. Riverdance, the new generation. At Radio City Music Hall for 5 shows opening March 28th through March 30th. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com.
Huddle up, get in here. If we're in a bunch formation over here and they're coming all out blitz over there, we gotta go over the middle with it to score. It's just too risky outside.
Right. But how do we make that happen?
I don't know. That's as far as the football parallels go. But Citizens does.
Hi, Stephanie. So nice to meet you.
When it comes to your financial future, huddle up with the team you trust. For me, that's Citizens. Make sense of your money with Citizens, official bank of Eli Manning.
Derek!
Hey, Mom, I need to lay low for a couple days. There's too much heat on this car.
Too much heat?
I only paid for a Hyundai Tucson.
Ruth!
Listen, Jenna, I need to lay low for a few days.
Why?
Deal so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Lease an all-wheel drive Hyundai Tucson for $259 a month today.
At National Forest Direct, get one room of genuine Mohawk hardwood flooring installed for just $9.99. The floor you've always wanted for just $9.99 with no interest for a full year. Call National Forest Direct at 888-400-FLOOR. We bring the store to your door.
Ever since Kimora was a little girl, she had her sights set on the sky. And Spectrum Internet brought the sky to her fingertips. As Kimora grew, her dreams grew with her, evolving and elevating with unlimited connectivity made possible by Spectrum Internet. Switch to Spectrum Internet Premier for just $30 a month with a 3-year price guarantee. Call 1-833-839-0139. The sky was never the limit for Kimora. Let your dreams take flight and live life unlimited.
Matt Brickman back, so some wind tonight, and then what? Really cold?
Then it gets really cold. We have to go back to heavy coat, hat, glove weather for sure. Winds tonight already picking up 50, 60 mile an hour gusts. And that's doing more than just blowing the flags around. We have power outages. We have trees down. Most of what you're seeing here across New Jersey are just reports of stronger winds. But take a look in the Hudson Valley, because we've had a couple of issues here. Late last night, early this morning, it was freezing rain. That stuck to trees, that's stuck to power lines. And now that we're seeing those high winds, those trees are coming down. In Dutchess County, in Paulding, tree down across the road there on New York Route 292. And then in Mount Kisco, you also had tree down across wires there at a road closure on 128. That was at 4:30 this afternoon. That's coming because we had huge ice accumulation of up to about a ½ inch in spots like Danbury, but we're seeing this through the Hudson Valley as well. All that ice didn't really get a chance to melt today because we saw freezing rain right up till late this morning, and then temperatures cooled down. So I think we could continue to see more outages as those branches come down through tomorrow, because we'll continue to see gusts of 50 to 60 miles an hour through tomorrow morning, and then still these advisories and warnings last till 6, 7 o'clock tomorrow evening. So windy all day long. And yes, it is driving temperatures down. We were in the upper 40s for our highs today in the city. We're down to 37 now, and we will keep dropping into tomorrow morning. Winds gusting at 30 miles an hour in Central Park at the moment. That is calm compared to what we will see, I think, over the next 12 hours. 40 to 60 mile an hour winds overnight tonight. Temperatures drop into the 20s. Wind chills in the teens tomorrow morning, and really not warming from there all day. 34 is our high, but of course it will feel colder than that. So let's take a look at the wind chills. Feeling like the 30s right now. By 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, wind chills are in the teens. This is as good as it gets, 21. So a drastic change from what we have seen here recently, and then even colder still on Tuesday. So chilly weather there. Tuesday still breezy and quite cold. Wednesday a little bit calmer, and then Thursday we've got a chance for snow. The track of this low pressure system still a little bit in question, and there's something that we're looking at that we call the benchmark. It's 40 degrees north latitude, 70 degrees west longitude, and if the low pressure system tracks over there, we usually get huge snow in and around New York City. If it goes inside that, it's too warm, too wet, you get more rain. If it goes to the east of that, it's a little bit drier, not as much snow, and right now that's what it looks like. Too far to the east. There's the bullseye. The European model takes it east and south of there. The American model, there's the bullseye, east and south of there. So light snow along the coastline for Thursday, but probably not that big blizzard that this may have appeared to be even just a couple of days ago. Once we get through there, warmer days ahead, heading towards the end of the month. Temperatures getting back above average. Back to you guys.
Matt, thank you. In Connecticut tonight, a seal with its own parking space. New Haven police say they found this animal Sunday about a block from where I-91 and I-95 intersect. Right now, not clear how or why the seal made its way into the city. Police say the animal was picked up by the Department of Energy and Environmental Protection, but not before becoming an honorary member of the department.
The Central Park Zoo getting a new addition. This is a male snow leopard that will be introduced to the zoo's female snow leopards. They hope that they'll form a breeding pair. It's all part of the snow leopard species survival plan that looks to maintain genetic diversity among the species.
An exhibit showing what life was like for Anne Frank during the Holocaust has been extended now through October. Anne Frank, the exhibition, opened January 27th. It was originally scheduled for 3 months, but the Anne Frank House says tickets sold out within a week. The exhibition is a full-scale recreation of the secret annex where Anne Frank and her family lived while hiding from the Nazis.
Happening this week, fun for the little ones in Bryant Park. Kids Week at the Winter Village is back. The rink's going to turn into a playground of sorts just for kids starting on Tuesday during the midwinter recess. There will be free beginner skate lessons and performances on the ice, as well as different activities every morning. Kids Week will run through Friday, and we are coming right back.
But first, here's Bruce with your first look at sports final. Bruce?
David and Natalie, tonight's sports final is on the road. It's our annual spring training special. I'll talk to Carlos Mendoza, the skipper of the Mets. Also to Brandon Nimmo, the left fielder for the Amazons. And Garrett Cole, the ace of the Yankees staff. We've been crisscrossing the coasts of Florida. We'll bring you our behind-the-scenes baseball show coming up on Sports Final in a few minutes.
You cannot miss this. Let's go! The Harlem Globetrotters are here. Get your tickets today. Go to harlemglobetrotters.com for tickets to the 2025 World Tour, presented by Jersey Mike Subs.
Unlimited 1.5% cash back is just the beginning. Cash back 3% on dining, 5% on Chase Travel, and 3% at drugstores. Apply today at chase.com/gounlimited. Start cash backing with Chase Freedom Unlimited.
Hey guys, there's a change in the air.
2 changes.
2 changes. Isn't that where the dog beds go?
Yeah.
And no matter how perfect things are now, and you don't want them to change,
It'll be fine.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. I told you it'd be fine.
The 3-row luxury TX, because everyone should feel like the center of the universe.
Get special offers on select Lexus TX models.
Take advantage of A.J. Perry's 93 or it's free mainline drain cleaning special. That's right, $93 or it's free. We'll inspect your drains with video camera technology to pinpoint exactly what is needed to clear those clogs and help prevent expensive drain repairs. Feel secure knowing if we can't clear it, you don't pay for it. The experienced technicians at A.J. Perry are ready to solve all of your drain problems. Call 844-668-7555 to schedule your appointment.
And that, my friend, is why
I love those guys.
Kids won't always be this carefree, but your choices now can protect them from cancer later. The HPV vaccine can protect them from certain cancers and other diseases caused by HPV. Children should be vaccinated starting at age 9 or as soon as possible if they are older. Get the vaccine today and worry less about cancer tomorrow. The HPV vaccine is cancer prevention. Talk to your child's healthcare provider or visit health.ny.gov/HPV@9.
Oh, Mrs. Garcia, how do you balance it all? You're a school counselor and new homeowner, a mother of 2, and grad student. You're an ANDer. At National University, we see the whole you. That's why we're dedicated to your professional growth through faculty mentorships and career support, so you can focus on what matters most. National University, supporting the whole you.
Well, the new Captain America movie is boasting big opening weekend numbers.
Watch yourself. You're not Steve Rogers.
You're right.
I'm not.
The Disney Marvel release earned $40 million at the start of the weekend. That number helping the film claim the biggest opening weekend of the year. Captain America: Brave New World is on track to open north of $90 million in total once the holiday weekend's over. However, the true success will be measured in the coming weeks as the movie didn't fare well with the critics, so we will see.
There's a new production heading to the public theater. It's called Sumo, and it's named after the Japanese sport of sumo wrestling. The play follows the story of one young wrestler who is particularly ambitious but has a lot to learn. The playwright is a Japanese-American woman who says stepping into this hyper-masculine community was an eye-opening experience.
I was drawn to this subject because I felt like I didn't understand men. And I wanted to be curious about them and open up their psyches in a way. I didn't feel like I knew how to write them. And in many ways, I also have learned to love them in a new way and to trust them.
The public is holding a lottery for free tickets of sumo on Thursday, February 20th. Opening night is Wednesday, March 5th. And that'll do it. Special edition, I would say, after a special night here at 30 Rock, the 50th anniversary of SNL. We thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for laughing with us and thanks for staying up late with us. Sports Final with Bruce Beck is up next. Take it away, Bruce.
Welcome to spring training in Florida. Tonight's setting, Clover Park in Port St. Lucie, winter home of the New York Mets. This is our annual Sports Final baseball special. Hello again, everyone. I'm Bruce Beck. Baseball is in the air. Tomorrow is the first full squad workout for both the Mets and the Yankees. We have been crisscrossing the state of Florida on the Gulf Coast and the Treasure Coast, giving you a behind-the-scenes look at both of our ball clubs. Tonight, we will talk to Mets skipper Carlos Mendoza. We'll talk to the Amazins left fielder Brandon Nimmo and to the Yankees ace Garrett Cole. But we've got to start tonight with Juan Soto, the $765 million man who arrived for a physical today and then hit the fields for the first time in Mets gear. Cameras were following his every move. Soto emerged from the clubhouse this morning and greeted teammates before working out. Soto did some running and chatted with new teammate Brandon Nimmo. Then he walked to the main stadium and took some cuts in the batting cage. Photographers, videographers, and other members of the media all tried to get a close look at the former Yankee turned Met. Shortly thereafter, Soto met with the media.
Really happy to know where I'm gonna be for the next 15 years, you know, and more than excited to spend it with this group of guys. I only hear great things about them, and I mean, they're gonna get a player that's gonna come to play hard every day for 162 games. Doesn't matter what is going on out there. I'm gonna give my 100% every day. That's the only thing I can promise. Everything else, we will see how it comes through, but definitely. It's going to be my 100% every day.
The man who will be managing Soto this year is Carlos Mendoza. He's the 25th skipper in Mets history, and he crushed it last year. Carlos, what was it like to see Soto out there today? It is reality, my friend.
Yeah, that's what it feels like now. You know, it's real. Day one, where the position players have to report today, go through physicals, and just watching him not only in the locker room when he first got here this morning, but just taking the field and just saying hi to everyone. Special day for us, not only as a team, as an organization, but yeah, excited about Juan Soto.
What do you expect from him in terms of performance and in terms of leadership?
Yeah, I expect him to be the same guy. I don't want him to do anything extra. He's got a hard job, you know, and needs to play right field for the New York Mets at high level, you know. Everything that I hear about him is he's a great guy. He's humble. We know what he can do on the field. But off the field, to be himself, you know, to just build the relationships and just share all the knowledge that he has. And he's going to learn from a lot of the good players that we got here. Don't forget that we got a lot of good players, whether it's a Francisco Lindor, a Brandon Nimmo, a Pete Alonso, you name it. So they'll feed off each other, and that's exciting.
Speaking of Pete Alonso, the polar bear, armed with a 2-year contract, arrives on Monday. How much better does he make you in that lineup?
Oh, he definitely makes us a lot better, a lot deeper. You know, you're talking about one of the best power hitters in the game. And, you know, for him to just come in and continue to be a force in our middle of our lineup, you know, it means a lot. It means a lot. I'm excited about him. And not only the power that he brings, this is a guy that he plays every day. He wants to be out there, he wants to win, and he knows what it takes to play in New York.
So Soto is here, Alonso is coming, but is Francisco Lindor the leader of this ball club?
Well, he's one of them, definitely. He's one of them. We got few of them. And it's just everything that he does. We're talking about just Francisco here, but some of the things that he does off the field, the way he prepares, the way he carries himself, the conversations, the interactions. This guy prepare us better than anyone in baseball. He's very detail oriented, and guys follow him. So not only he's a vocal leader, he leads by example. The way he plays the game, he respects the game, he respects his teammates, and I'm happy that I get the opportunity to write his name on the lineup day in and day out.
Second in the MVP balloting 1 year ago. When we talk about your rotation, I thought you guys mixed and matched beautifully. I think the sum of the parts were better than the individual components last year. And now you get back Kodai Senga, who threw 16 pitches on Saturday. What would he mean to this rotation if he's healthy?
A lot. We're talking about a guy that had a really good year in 2023. And 2024 was hard for him. Injuries, and when he got back, only 4 or 5 innings that we saw, and then he went back down again. It wasn't easy. Had a really good offseason, put himself in a good position now. And we saw him the other day facing hitters, and he was already at like 96. And then not only you see that, but the way he's bouncing back. Today was a good bounce back day for him. That's a good sign. That's some of the things that last year he struggled. And the fact that this early he's showing some velo and he's responding well. He's just a different guy. You could see a smile on his face, and that's a good sign.
You re-signed Sean Manaea. He was the ace the second half of the year. He finished 12-6 with a 3.47 ERA. My angle is his arm angle, and can he keep it up this year? Because it made a huge difference when he found out.
It's a game of adjustments. He made a huge adjustment last year in the middle of the year, dropping that arm angle, a slot, and he had so much success. The hitters were having a hard time picking up his fastball, all of his pitches, really. And he's a competitor. And this is another guy we're talking about. Francisco Lindor is a leader, and I mentioned some of the other guys. Sean Manaea is right there with some of the other guys. He's got a great personality. He's very consistent. He works. He cares, and he likes to have fun too. So he was huge for us last year. I'm glad we were able to sign him back because he's a big part of the pitching staff.
Man, the NLCS last year, there's some pressure on you this year. Is it World Series or bust?
Well, I mean, look, it's New York. There's always pressure. There's always high expectations. And that's what you want. That's what you signed up for. I see it as we have a great opportunity. And, we can't be looking too far ahead. There's a lot of competition. There's a lot of good teams out there. We are a good team. We got to go out there and prove it. Our goal is to win a championship, and that's what we're here for.
Well, give us a quick preview of your speech tomorrow, because that's always what everybody's talking about for that first day of the entire team being out there on the field. What's your thought process?
Yeah, look, I've been putting together a lot, but whatever it comes out, it'll come out,
Accountability.
Well, yeah, for sure. We'll talk about what's our goal. We're here to win a championship, and that's going to be loud and clear. That's what we're here for. But then we're going to talk about the relationship, our culture, how we connect, how we interact. We need to care about each other, and we did that last year. Yes, we got to get better, because we didn't accomplish the ultimate goal. We had a good year last year, but we didn't get to the top.
But can the chemistry be just as good? Because that chemistry was special.
Yeah, and we got a lot of the same guys that were here last year. We brought in some new faces that everything that we hear, that we've known is, these guys are special. It'll happen organically. Who knows? It took us 2 months last year, Yeah,
you were struggling early on.
So it takes time, but that's what spring training is for, and hopefully this year we get off to a better start.
That's Carlos Mendoza, who led the Mets to a 14-win improvement last year and got them to the NLCS Good luck to you, my friend.
Thanks, Bruce.
Coming up next, we'll talk to a couple of ball players. We'll talk to Brandon Nimmo, who is the Mets' Energizer Bunny. We'll talk to Garrett Cole over at Yankees camp. He is the ace of the rotation as our spring training special rolls on from Port St. Lucie. But first, it's time for the Spectrum Speedy Connection of the Week. Over in Tampa, Aaron Judge and the Yankees position players reported for duty today at Steinbrenner Field. We'll hear from the captain in the days ahead. Yes, Soto is here with the Mets, but the Bombers' revamped lineup could be dynamite. You can make anything possible because you have a connection that's built for everywhere. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
Sports Final is brought to you by Spectrum, a connection built for everywhere. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
At Spectrum, we believe every day unlocks unlimited possibilities to bring you closer to the people and places you love. Spectrum transforms your gaming experience into a galaxy of adventures. And with the fastest, most reliable internet, you're always front row to the entertainment you love, no matter where you are. Get Spectrum Internet Premier for $30 per month when bundled plus a 3-year price guarantee. Call 1-833-440-0029. Spectrum Internet puts streaming live TV, sports, and popular apps all at your fingertips.
Power up, America. The Ford President's Day sales event is here. Save on the vehicles that will take you places, give you a surge of productivity, and a new sense of freedom. So head to your local Ford store, because it's time to get in the driver's seat. A special offer for Ram owners. Right now, you can lease a Ford F-150 for $299 a month for 36 months, only at your local Ford stores.
It's been over 7 years since Pastor Billy Richards was treated successfully for prostate cancer by Perlmutter Cancer Center, the world's #1 CyberKnife program.
I had no pain, no fatigue, and no side effects.
After 5 treatments in 1 week, Pastor Billy went right back to leading his Brooklyn congregation.
CyberKnife was truly a blessing for me, my family, and my ministry. If you have prostate cancer, I urge you to look into CyberKnife.
Call to learn more about CyberKnife at Perlmutter Cancer Center.
It's time to dare to compare. President's Day edition. My Canyon bedroom and the competition similar set. Both come with a bed, nightstand, dresser, and mirror. But mine has hidden storage and costs $1,000 less. Dare to compare. This President's Day at Bob's.
I had a serious fall. I called the Barnes firm. They got me the best result possible.
Injured on a job site? Call the Barnes firm now.
The Barnes firm. Injury attorneys. Call 1-800-8-million.
Welcome back to Clover Park in Port St. Lucie. The stadium opened in 1988 and is the home ballpark for the St. Lucie Mets, the amazing Single-A affiliate. Sports Final on the road continues. Now let's get to the players and start with Brandon Nimmo, the new father, who's in the 3rd year of an 8-year deal. He was one of only 9 players in the majors 1 year ago who had 20 homers, 25 doubles, 90 RBI, and 15 stolen bases. Brandon, this is your 10th year with the Mets, and you've seen a lot of things change here. What is it like right now when you're talking about the fabric of this organization?
Yeah, it's an exciting time to be a Met. It's an exciting time to be a Met fan, and I think Steve has really come in and turned this organization around, and I think the Soto signing this year that really emphasized it. Being able to draw someone from that everybody wanted, to be able to draw him to the New York Mets was a huge deal. So very exciting time for us, and our sights are set high on a World Series. So we're excited for this season and excited for the Mets fans.
How will Soto make this lineup better for all of you?
Yeah, I mean, you're putting a top 3 hitter in the game, right in the middle of your lineup, and it makes it better for everyone. And to be able to learn from him, to be able to just watch his presence and how he goes about his work and his game, it's going to benefit everyone. And we are looking at this lineup as a pretty potent lineup from top to bottom, and so hopefully a lot of guys on and a lot of guys doing damage.
Last year, you guys made a deep run to the NLCS. Does that fuel your fire to get to the World Series even more?
Yeah, of course. As Mets fans, they appreciated that NLCS, I'm sure, but they want to see us in the World Series and they want to see us win a World Series, and so do we. So, it set the bar even higher. And, obviously this is a new team and new players, and, we're going to have our own persona, but want to build on what we did last year and be able to, do even better.
Your power was up last year, 90 ribbies. That was a career high. Your batting average was down. Can you find some middle ground here?
Yeah, I think, trying to work on the most is consistency. Had the best first half of my life last year, but, fell off in the second half. So I think just kind of relying on, the work that we've done beforehand and not panicking, after a couple of weeks of struggle, understanding that's going to happen in baseball. Try and learn from it always, but be a little more consistent.
You've been rehabbing a lingering foot injury. Mm-hmm. What kind of progress are you making, and are you optimistic that you will be 100% by opening day?
Yeah, I am. I think we were measuring it out yesterday, 2 days ago. I was at 91% of my sprint speed, and so that's a really good place to be with 6-7 weeks left before opening day. And so really, I'm very happy with it. It did take a little bit of time, and it's been slower than probably would have loved. But I think we're going to be good for opening day, and I'm feeling really confident about it right now. So just keep stacking good days and keep that forward momentum, and I think we'll be in a good place come opening day.
Last year was all about OMG, and it was about Grimace. The chemistry was off the charts.
Yeah.
Can you guys replicate that chemistry in building a team this year?
Yeah, I think you're going to have to do it in different ways, but hopefully what you want to do is you want to find something you can rally around this year. So it's going to be different, but you want to build around that same type of team chemistry. It really helps you in those close games and there at the end when you really, it's nitty gritty and you're trying to fight and claw for every inch. That team chemistry is a huge part of the success that we were able to have there at the end. And so I think that's something that we'll be trying to find, but we'll be trying to find our own 2025 Mets thing.
So you and Chelsea have a baby girl, Tatum. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
I think it's awesome, but the question is, are you a ball player first or a dad first?
Yeah, I think first and foremost, I'm a dad and a husband, and then baseball comes after that. But, having those cups, overflowing, it helps me to be able to do my very best in this game. And, I have such a great support system around me. So, hopefully when Tatum grows up, she'll be able to kind of see, what her dad was able to do, but the most important thing is her and her being healthy and being able to be there for her.
From the Mets to the Yankees, from a 10-year veteran to a 13-year pro. The ace Garrett Cole was brilliant in the postseason until he participated in a team defensive meltdown in Game 5 of the World Series. I sat down with Cole in Tampa to talk about the good, the great, and the ugly. Garrett, you opted out of your contract after last season, then you quickly opted back in. What does it mean to be locked in here as a Yankee for years to come?
Well, it's great. This is where I wanted to be, and, it's every day you put on the pinstripes, it's a blessing. So you don't take it for granted the older you get to. So it's exciting to be back, and, glad to have come to the conclusion that we did.
You missed 75 games last year with an elbow injury, but it was the first time since 2016 that you really missed significant time. What does your availability and durability say about the things that you've accomplished?
Well, I've been very blessed to be able to go out there and be healthy for most of the time. It obviously takes hard work and discipline to keep that up. And last year was, an unfortunate circumstance that, happens to a lot of people. But the objective is to learn, from that experience and hopefully to be better for it and be tougher in the future.
Does the fifth inning of Game 5 haunt you in the World Series?
Yeah, it's a tough inning to swallow. I don't know if haunt is the right word, but it's something that I'll carry out, with me every time I go on the field or every time I, go to do my work.
Atrocious defense from the Yankees.
Still persevering, through that inning and through those mistakes and leaving the game with a lead. But in the end, I wish I wouldn't have made that mistake and made a better play.
My question to you about the postseason is, why do you think you thrive?
I think because the stakes are high. I think it's so easy to get motivated to play those games. And I also do think, as we go through the season, we play a lot of games, and there's a lot of analytics involved. There's a new opponent all the time. But when you get into the postseason and you play a 5-game series, the human element of it really becomes, I think, just a little bit more important, ever so slightly. You're going to face the same team twice, right? You're going to have to, watch what the opponent is doing. I find that I really enjoy that. I find that some of my skills maybe allow me to put myself in good opportunities to succeed.
You've been a Yankee fan your entire life. You've been with this ball club since December of 2019. How driven are you to win it all with the Yankees?
Yeah, super driven. And this last experience, again, a lot of positives from it, but we still got to finish, and just pushing it over the line is something that we think about every day. And having tasted being very close and being proud to win the American League and get the Yankees back to the World Series is something that also pushes us to keep going.
What does it mean to have the co-ace, so to speak, the left-hander Max Fried here in camp?
Yeah, it's been fun to get to know him. Watching him from afar, his skill set is world class, and it's unique in a lot of the things that he can do to the baseball. I think he offers a great complement between myself and Carlos. Even though they're both left-handers, it's quite a different look.
Do you think this rotation could be awesome this year?
Oh, certainly. It's on paper. It looks really good. I've always said that you got to put up though when it all comes down to it. But it's a great place to start for sure.
So what's your final message to Yankees fans who are frustrated and sometimes bitter and sometimes angry?
I get it. I've been there. I've walked in those shoes. I'm just looking forward to getting back there. I also remember the ovation I got coming out of Game 5. I remember the reception that we got after winning, the American League Championship Series. The Yankee fans are there with you every pitch, live or die. There's really nothing else that you want as a player. You're out there, putting yourself in that position. You're doing it for yourself, but you're also doing it for the fan base, and to have them with you there every step of the way is what makes being a Yankee so great.
The Yankees' rotation this year could be as good as the Mets' batting order. Still to come, my 2025 predictions, so don't go away. And as we go to break, it is time for the Ford Drive of the Game. And the new man driving the Yankees bullpen is Devin Williams. The two-time All-Star was acquired from the Brewers in a trade this winter. The 30-year-old right-hander has a career ERA of 1.83 and has notched 68 saves. Yankees fans can't wait to see him in the 9th inning. The Drive of the Game is brought to you by your local Ford stores. For current offers, visit buyfordnow.com.
What does it take to face cancer with confidence? It takes an expert team that knows your cancer down to the molecule and makes sure you understand every detail. It takes MSK.
Huddle up, get in here. If we're in a bunch formation over here and they're coming all out blitz over there, we gotta go over the middle with it to score. It's just too risky outside.
Right. But how do we make that happen?
I don't know. That's as far as the football parallels go. But Citizens does.
Hi, Stephanie. So nice to meet you.
When it comes to your financial future, huddle up with the team you trust. For me, that's Citizens. Make sense of your money with Citizens, official bank of Eli Manning.
Derek! Hey, Mom, I need to lay low for a couple days. There's too much heat on this car.
Too much heat?
I only paid for a Hyundai Tucson.
Ruth! Listen, Jenna, I need to lay low for a few days.
Why?
Deal so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Lease a Hyundai Elantra for $159 a month today.
What does it take to face cancer with confidence? It takes cutting-edge treatment, like CAR T therapy. And a little car therapy, too.
Cheers.
It takes MSK.
Did you know News 4 New York is streaming on Peacock?
Good morning.
Welcome to Today in New York.
That means you can stay up to date on local news.
We have breaking news tonight.
Let's get right to it.
In the same place that you catch up on your favorites.
Welcome back, my dears.
Let's get out there and heal some people.
And watch acclaimed titles.
Do you need assistance?
Whether you're on the go.
Storm Team 4 is tracking the storm.
Or unwinding at home.
I like this. I feel good about it.
News 4 New York on Peacock has everything you need this winter.
Promotional considerations for Sports Final provided by Del Frisco's Double Eagle Steakhouse. Del Frisco's, great steaks and magnificent lobster.
Get exceptional offers at your local Audi dealer.
New Jersey packs a lot of wow into every winter getaway. Find your wow at visitnj.org. New Jersey, little state, lot of wow.
Scat left, wide track, can 52, on one. Ready?
Ready.
Seriously, you guys are the best.
We sure are.
At the health system stuff.
Not the best football team, but the best health system. #1 for quality care in the U.S.
Discover a world where luxury meets lifestyle. Lotus Edge in Boca Raton, Florida. Cutting edge luxury by GL Homes. Redefine modern luxury living from $1.5 million to $3 million. Close to the best schools, the best shops, the best of everything. Live the ultimate luxe life. Lotus Edge in Boca Raton, Florida's best contemporary living. Experience more at lotusflorida.com now.
Choose a law firm carefully. The compensation you receive really depends on the lawyer you hire and the reputation of the firm. The best lawyers typically get the best results. So choose wisely. It may be the most important decision you ever make.
Genesis GV70 and GV80. Lease the Genesis GV80 for $479 per month. Exclusively at your tri-state Genesis retailers.
Promotional consideration provided by Citizen Eco Drive watches. Sustainably powered by any light. Never needs a battery. Better starts now.
Are you ready for some predictions? I have been right a couple of times. NLDS, Mets Dodgers 2015, Game 5, and UConn repeating as the national champion. That's been about it. Anyway, I think the Mets will win 92 ball games and will earn a wild card berth. I think the Yankees will win 98 games and capture the American League East title. Everyone says the Dodgers are the heavy favorite to win the World Series, and I agree. But it is difficult to go back-to-back. So I'm doing the unthinkable. I'm picking a Subway Series between the Yankees and the Mets. Don't ask me who's going to be the winner. But as Dickie Vitale loves to say, this baseball season is going to be super scintillating sensational. That's the story tonight from Port St. Lucie and our spring training special. I'm Bruce Beck. Have a great night.
Step into a whole new world at Disney's Aladdin, celebrating 10 years of Broadway magic. A dazzling, wondrous adventure filled with show-stopping visual spectacle. What more could you wish for? Get tickets at AladdinTheMusical.com.
Long live the morning routine. Long live friendly competition. Long live cozy nights at home. And long live healthcare that works with your life. Access to great doctors, simple mobile app, convenient locations across Long Island? Absolutely. You have options, but at Catholic Health, we'd like to remind you to choose you first, because we did too. Long live you, and long live Long Island.
A breakdown in one of your home systems can occur suddenly. Call today and A.J. Perry will take $50 off any heating, cooling, or plumbing system repair over $200. Feel confident knowing the trusted technicians at A.J. Perry are ready 7 days a week to fix your problem the right way the first time. Get fast relief, guaranteed service, and $50 off any heating, cooling, or plumbing system repair from the professionals at A.J. Perry. Call 844-668-7555 to schedule your appointment.
I love those guys.
Step into a whole new world at Disney's Aladdin, celebrating 10 years of Broadway magic. A dazzling, wondrous adventure filled with show-stopping visual spectacle. What more could you wish for? Get tickets at AladdinTheMusical.com.
Previously on Extra Mile Club.
I'm so excited. The Bella twins. They're stunning.